Hi guys, this is Nirmal back again with a new video, and today we'll be looking at a gorgeous Nepenthes hybrid called as Nepenthes ventrata. It's a naturally occurring hybrid. So let's take a deeper look on how to care for this gorgeous plant.
So friends, throughout the video I'll be featuring this cool little fellow who was brave enough to pose for the camera and was just chilling in the garden.
So Nepenthes ventrata is a naturally occurring hybrid between Nepenthes alata and ventricosa. It is endemic to Philippines and is found in very humid and tropical climates. Nepenthes ventrata is, like any other Nepenthes, a vine that prefers to have a support nearby. You can grow them either in a hanging basket or you can provide a support on which they can climb on.
As for my case, I have grown my ventrata in a hanging basket. This allows the pictures to dangle down from the pot and it's aesthetically very pleasing to see the pictures hanging down. Growing them upright requires a very sturdy and stable structure to support the weight of the pitchers or they might tumble down.
So most Nepenthes keeps their pitchers for a very long time for them to catch, digest and absorb the nutrients. This is same for ventrata as well. You can observe that this pitcher can last for more than 2 to 3 months on the plants.
The picture that I'm currently showing you is a relatively new picture that can last for 3-4 months. It can even last longer if the humidity is very high.
So what makes Nepenthes ventrata so special is that it is one of the easiest hybrid to grow as a beginner to this hobby. They are pretty forgiving. Even if you forget to water them 1 or 2 days, they might hang in there.
So what you guys are seeing is the beginning stage of a Nepenthes ventrata picture, which is actually an extended midrib of the leaf. Those structures further develop into very sophisticated insect catching traps that we refer to as pitchers. It's not necessary that every leaf on the plant will produce a pitcher, but if you grow the plant in a very ideal condition, you can expect most of the leaves to pitcher. Also, as the vine ages and the length of the vine reaches upper canopies in the forest, they start producing different forms of pitchers which we usually refer to as intermediate and upper pitchers. Here you can see an example of an upper pitcher from ventrata. So guys, now we'll discuss briefly about what all key factors affect the health and growth rate of your Nepenthes ventrata.
Whenever you grow any plant in your garden, light or the requirement of light is a major factor. This is the same for Nepenthes as well. They require high levels of light to pitcher properly. Under lower lights, they might not pitcher for you. If you decide to grow them in a shadier condition, the frequency of pitchering will be less, and also this red pigmentation or the color or vibrancy of your pitcher will also be much more paler, and they tend to produce green pitchers. Light also seems to play a major role in how active your pitchers are. If you grow them in the shade, they might not catch as many insects as they do if they are grown in full sun or a bright situation. This is not universally true for all species of Nepenthes. Some species of Nepenthes prefer a little bit more shade. In that cases, we have to research on those species and then grow them accordingly. So guys, when we talk about caring for a ventrata or Nepenthes in general, one thing that is most important is watering. Always keep your Nepenthes medium moist or wet because they love water. In my case, I live in a tropical climate and it's pretty humid over here, but still I water my plants every day without fail just to make sure that they're always wet. This is a very key factor in keeping them healthy. Also, whenever you water your plants, make sure to completely shower the plant to increase the ambient humidity. This also washes off any dust particles that is launched on the leaf and keeps your plant very healthy and tidy. Always water your plant with the most purest or cleanest water source you have, RO filter water will be your best option, or collect rainwater during the monsoon season to water your carnivorous plants. So friends, if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing and being a part of our family. I do post a lot about exotic plants and how to take care of them, and generally gardening videos. So if you are into that kind of videos, do subscribe. So if you decide to keep a Nepenthes in your collection, it is highly recommended to increase the humidity around the plants because they are found in very tropical parts of the world. This extremely boosts the frequency of pitchering in the plant as well. Most Nepenthes enjoy high humidity, and it facilitates the plants to produce such elaborate traps. Also, to maintain the fluids inside the trap year round, the humidity around the plant is a key factor. Adding foggers, humidifiers, misters as well as pebble trays will increase the ambient humidity and will help your plant produce more pitchers easily. In a dry environment, the plant will lose a lot of fluid as well as transpiration will be higher, and this affects the plant's health. Usually they don't pitcher frequently if the humidity is lower. So if your pitcher plant is not pitchering, you know what to do. Make sure you keep up the maintenance of your carnivorous plant on a regular basis. Cut off dried off leaves as well as withering pitchers. This promotes a healthy plant and avoids fungal infections during the monsoon season.
This is a very common question most of my clients and friends ask me: when should I cut my pitchers? So here you can see that this pitcher is partially withered or brown. So you have one option, that is to just cut off the brown portion and leave the rest on the plant so that they can still keep on absorbing whatever is left in the pitcher. Here you can see an example of a pitcher that has completely withered off. This is a safe option, or this is a condition where you can easily remove the pitcher entirely from the plant. So whenever you decide to cut a semi-dry or a completely dry pitcher from the plant, trace the tendril back to the tip of the leaf and cut it over there. Also, make sure to remove any dry leaves as close to the stem as possible, as leaving them on can invite fungal infections.
Another frequently asked question about care for these plants is whether I should fertilize my plant. Absolutely not. You can actually drop fish pellets inside the pitchers if you find that your area is lacking of insects or if your plant is not catching enough.
Generally speaking, most Nepenthes are very efficient in catching insects, so it's a very rare case that you have to manually feed them. Now, when we talk about the medium that you should always use a combination of perlite and well-washed coco peat or sphagnum moss. So friends, that's all I have to say for this beautiful Nepenthes hybrid. If you're new to the hobby of growing carnivorous plants, I would strongly recommend you giving this plant a try.
So friends, I hope you found that video to be informative and useful. I hope I conveyed all the information required for growing this beautiful plant. If you find my videos interesting, do subscribe and follow the channel. Until next time, it's Nirmal signing off.
So friends, do share the video, give it a like if you found it interesting, and also subscribe to the channel. Also check out my Instagram handle, the link is in the description. You can contact me there for any sales or plant related inquiries.